On June 30th, in the first round of voting for the French Parliament, the National Rally and its allies, led by the right-wing party of Marine Le Pen, secured first place with 33.2% of the vote. The left-wing New Popular Front received 28%, while the centrist coalition led by President Macron garnered 20.8% of the vote. More than half of the 577 precincts have 3 candidates proceeding to the runoff. In this scenario, the third-placed candidate might withdraw, potentially increasing the chances of a mainstream party defeating the National Rally. With no party achieving an absolute majority, the French National Assembly will be divided into 3 blocks: the left, the center, and the far right. President Macron will face significant challenges in selecting a new prime minister and advancing his legislative agenda. Hot Events will provide an overview of the election's developments. French Prime Minister calls for united front against far right. On July 2nd, in a strategic move to counter the far right, at least 200 candidates from French President Macron's centrist ruling coalition and the left-wing New Popular Front withdrew from the National Assembly election runoff. This collaboration aims to prevent the far-right National Rally from gaining power. Data indicates that, by the registration deadline for the second round of voting, over 200 candidates had withdrawn, including more than 110 from the New Popular Front and over 70 from Macron's camp. Both groups hope this tactic will diminish the National Rally's chances of victory. On July 3, French Prime Minister Elisabeth Borne warned that Marine Le Pen's anti-immigration National Rally was close to securing more than half of the parliamentary seats. She urged voters to unite in the upcoming second round to thwart the extreme right-wing forces. Over 50 candidates and aides attacked in France. On July 5, French Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin reported that, in less than 3 weeks of campaigning, over 50 candidates and their campaign support staff had been attacked. Authorities have arrested at least 30 individuals involved in these incidents. Darmanin announced the deployment of 30,000 police officers to bolster security and prevent chaos from either the extreme left or extreme right. He also warned that the risk of terrorist threats in France remains very serious. This situation implies that President Macron will face significant challenges in the final 3 years of his term. Without a parliamentary majority, he will struggle to advance key initiatives on immigration, tax reform, and public security. France faces hung parliament. On July 8, the French Ministry of the Interior announced the results of the second round of parliamentary elections. The left-wing alliance New Popular Front secured 182 out of 577 seats in the National Assembly, falling short of the 289 seats needed for an absolute majority. The ruling party alliance, known as Together, won 163 seats, while the far-right National Rally and its right-wing Republican allies obtained 143 seats. Despite initial expectations that the far-right National Rally might achieve a historic victory, their prospects were thwarted by the coordinated efforts of the center and the left. With no single camp securing an absolute majority, France faces a hung parliament, which is likely to lead to prolonged political paralysis. Previous polls had predicted a decisive victory for the far-right National Rally, with Marine Le Pen, the party leader, expecting to secure more than half of the seats and for party leader Jordan Bardella to become prime minister. French sociologist Hugo Palhita noted that the dissolution of the National Assembly by President Macron has plunged France into a significant political crisis. The rise of both far-right and far-left parties has exacerbated political opposition and divisions within French society, leading to an increase in violent incidents. According to Reuters, the stark ideological differences between France's left, center, and far-right parties, combined with a lack of cooperation and consensus-building traditions, will result in a highly divided National Assembly. This fragmentation is likely to impede progress on domestic agendas and could diminish France's influence within the EU and on the global stage.